So, did you hear there was a guy who only believed in like 12.5% of the Bible? Apparently, he was an atheist.
Garris's Metcalf.
I tried calling a tinnitus helpline. I couldn't get through. It just kept on ringing. Hello. Is this on? Anyway, I called up the other day the sperm bank to cancel my appointment, and the nurse asked why. And I told her, "I'm sorry, I just can't come today."
Do you ever feel ashamed? Do you?
No.
Do you ever look at yourself in the mirror and think, "What have I become?"
Mate,
No.
once you've been Santa Claus on a children's TV channel, you've got no shame left at all. And that's exactly where I am. That's where I've been all my life. I saw an ad that said radio for sale, £1, volume stuck on full, and I thought, oh, I can't turn that down.
Stop. These are actually good.
And finally, I went to the doctor, and I was pleasantly surprised when he said I can touch myself whenever I want. Well, actually, his exact words were, "You can have a stroke at any time." Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to the Black Dog 239. I'm Lee.
I'm Darren.
I'm Jim.
I'm Elton.
And this week we'll see how everyone's week's going. And then we will have some feedback for Longlegs, which was last week's episode. And then we will move on to this week's movie, which is Darren. Oh, no. It's your pick, Elton.
It was mine, yes.
It was collectively our pick. But yes, it was your pick, Elton. And what did you pick?
Yeah, it is classed as my pick. But yes, it was a group effort of The Long Walk.
The Long Walk. Exactly. So, yes, we'll be getting to that soon enough. But as ever, we will start by finding out how everyone's week's been. And we will, everyone except Elton. We're going to skip your week, sir.
Yep.
So, Jim, how has your week been?
Busy but fun, I think it's safe to say.
Oh, great.
Obviously, it was Halloween, which is quite a busy time of year for me, but it was organised this year, so I wasn't working right to the deadline.
Yeah.
Which meant kind of I could actually enjoy the weekend.
Nice.
We didn't have quite as many trick-or-treaters this year because the weather was a bit crappy Friday evening.
Yes.
Hence, I'll have probably put on another stone or two by the time we finish the excess sweets and lollipops we bought.
Nice.
We're getting through them. Pro tip, if you're going to do trick-or-treating, buy sweeties you actually like.
Yes. Smart move.
Yep. Haribo Smart Mix. And oh, yes, here we go. Not looking forward to the next trip to the dentist.
No.
Speaking of sweet stuff, Teresa's been making like soaps and candles. She's got quite a few orders for Christmas.
Nice.
And she got a new fragrance, and it was cinnamon and apple cookies.
Ooh.
And it really does smell like... Because I was working upstairs and I go, God, is she baking something? It smells really good. And came down expecting cookies. No, candles. And it's actually really magic. It really does smell just like... It has that sort of like fresh out the oven baked smell, as well as the apple and the cinnamonness. And it's oh my God, these are the cruelest candles in the world. I'm brave, my body and my senses going, there are cookies. There are no cookies. The cookies are a lie.
What has happened?
But yeah, so it's really good though. I mean, you can't beat having a wife who she makes all her own soap, or no nasty chemicals in it, apart from ones that are supposed to be there, like lye. But the soap is so much better on your skin; you can just feel the difference. And she even made, and this blew me away, she made us lip balm from beeswax.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Yeah, take that, big chapstick. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll learn it.
Yeah, that will learn it.
That'll teach him.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You no more £1 off me every 20 years when I finally finish one. No, sir.
or stop losing it underneath the sofa.
Well, that's it. I did see a post on social media a while ago saying, I know this is a little thing, it's a big thing for me. I actually finished a chapstick before losing it.
Oh,
it's kind of, yeah. That is an achievement. Well done.
Yeah, nice work.
But other than that, I watched. I got conned. Put it this way.
Oh, okay.
I saw a new film come out, which I will not name for reasons I'll explain later. And it was on Amazon Prime to rent. And so I thought, I'll give it a go. It's quite cheap. And it had like very high my IMDb reviews.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what I mean? You know, you always glance at these and think, oh, that's all right. Yeah, okay. It's not like all the ones and twos. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
And we started watching it. The premise sounded interesting, sort of a bit ghosty, a bit in mystery. And we started watching it and going, it's looking a bit cheap. And as it progressed, it was kind of, oh my God, this is nearing sort of Rum levels of incompetence.
Oh God. Okay.
I mean, the thing is, it was like better shot than the Rum, but like creatively, it was like pure Tommy Wiseau.
Right.
I mean, it's like when you've got a police chief's office, which is quite clearly somebody's living room. They put a big desk in.
Oh God.
But the chair he sat on is still like one of the armchairs from the living room. You're in trouble. Not to mention some amazingly poor dialogue, right out of the Mitchell and Webber lazy script writers.
Oh yes, yeah.
It was very kind of, this man's very poorly. We should get him some medicine.
Oh God,
kind of lines coming out.
Okay.
A brilliantly offbeat costume choice, which I still can't believe. Yeah. And if it comes on ordinary streaming, we're going to do it, which is why I'm not naming it, because I'm just going to slip it in there.
Oh dear. Oh, that's
because it's probably best appreciated if you go in like we did. They're thinking you're not expecting the clown show I got. I mean, it was very entertaining because it is kind of, it gets worse as it goes along. See me, hang on. Like,
oh dear.
And when I looked at the IMDb reviews, I found kind of it had a good average rating because mysteriously about 12 reviews all appeared on the same day. All gave it 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Signed a director, Albert director.
Yes, son of Albert director.
Yeah, yeah, that Welsh guy, director. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, it was. It was kind of. There are many shoddy films out there, but this had that sort of Rum badness, of where it's like the badness is sort of off kilter, with weird dialogue and plot threads that don't go anywhere, and just, you know what I mean, that kind of Tommy Wiseau kind of, I don't see the world like you guys.
Yeah,
kind of. And it sort of creeps up, and you realise we're in weird waters here.
Nice.
But yeah, if it comes out, I'm going to sneak it in.
Okay.
Because I think it'll be it's a lot of fun. Be a lot of fun to talk about, because I'm sure there's a good deal of nonsense that went over my head because I was reeling from, like seeing that's someone's living room. Why is he sat in an armchair? Does he have a bad back?
Oh shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you got that to look forward to.
Well,
I imagine it won't be long before it's on free streaming somewhere.
But you won't tell us what it is.
No.
Son of a bitch.
I know. Especially if you go into it thinking it's going to be an ordinary movie.
Oh,
and
God.
then realize, you get so far in, right, hang on. We're all at sea here.
Nice. Okay. Well, damn. Okay. I don't know what I can actually put in the show notes. And Media watched Mystery.
To be revealed later on.
Yeah.
To be revealed. To be announced.
TBA.
Yeah,
TBA, that's it. Oh, right. Okay. Cool. Oh, I really don't like the way you're laughing like that. Anyway, anything else, sir?
No, I'll leave it there. As I know there's at least going to be one epic coming. I hope. In this section.
Yes, I feel any second now. Maybe well into this. We may be here for a while, but let's start. Let's start with it. So Darren, how was your week, sir?
How was my week? Well, that's an interesting question, that isn't it?
It's one that I asked.
Yes, indeed, it is a question you've asked, and it will be answered. It will be, yes, to the best of my abilities.
Yes.
Well, let's see now. This weekend, I intended, along with Rhiannon and Maria.
Yes.
We were going to go up and we were going to see my grandson. Right, it's the first time I've actually come face to face with him.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't born that long ago, so it's like we've been arranging to come up. And it was like, this is exciting. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go meet him.
Yeah.
So now you will remember.
Yes.
A few about 2 months ago. We had major problems with the car.
Yes.
Okay. One of the fuel injectors went, and we had to get it replaced. And it caused a bit of a, never had this sort of thing happen before. First indication we had of it was that the DTSC, which is I think that's how you say it. It's a traction control, computer control traction control.
Yeah.
They've got them on quite a few Volvos. But the thing is, with a Volvo, even if it detects something that's not necessarily going to stop your car, it will just turn that off, and suddenly your ride becomes like the way it was back in 1972 in a car, which is shaking all over the place. And,
Yes.
So we thought we'd dealt with that.
Yes.
So as we were going up the A1, all of a sudden, Rihanna's gone, oh no, the message is back again. And all of a sudden, we felt the quality of the drive just suddenly change.
Right.
And it got worse, and it was the same thing. The DTSC had been turned off, and so the car became really quite sort of difficult to control, and also it locked up the gear.
Right.
She had to move it a couple of times to get it working, to get it to a point where she could park the car over by the motorway.
Oh Christ! Okay.
So we all got out, walked down the road.
Right.
And I don't know if anybody, you've tried talking to recovery services while by a motorway.
Yeah,
like literally
I've
standing
had
on top of
distinct pleasure in the past. Yes,
indeed. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Words can be misinterpreted. Okay?
Yes.
The spellings of. Now, fortunately, I know at the back of my hand the phonetic alphabet, right? For I think it's the NATO one. That is very popular with a lot of companies. If you're talking to them, you need to spell something out, and that's the one you should be using.
Yeah.
So most of the stuff I said, I managed to spell out to them, and he got what I was talking about. Now, they asked me where the car actually was. So I wasn't quite sure where we were on the A1, but I noticed there was a great big sign about, 30, 40 yards behind us. So I walked up to that. And I think I told them we were near a place called Selwent. I think that's what it was. And they misheard this as being 16, as in Junction 16.
What?
Because the noise that was going on, they thought I'd said 16, but I didn't. I actually, the junction we were at was just before 15, so we were between 14 and 15.
Right.
So anyway, I'm noticing that the battery on my phone is going down, and they've got my number, right? They've got this they've got my number as the contact. Anyway, we're standing there by the road waiting for the truck to come along, and I get a phone call, and I've got 20% on my phone, right?
Yeah.
And so the guy I pick up, and the guy's, "Hi, this is Marco from I can't remember the company, but I'm only a couple of minutes away.
Grab it and haul it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, where exactly are you? Can you just confirm? And so I start talking to him. I'm stood there talking for a good minute.
Yeah.
And there's silence at the end of the phone. I'm thinking, has he gone out? Is he going to range? No, my fucking phone had powered off.
No,
it's just gone. Right. So the 20% vanished in the blink of an eye. Just went completely. Right? I don't know how. It doesn't normally do that. Normally it's pretty good. You know,
be that metal plate in your head.
I think it must be. You know, I must have some sort of energy draining ability, or whatever. But you know, it's like they say, if you know, why don't they make the rest of the plane out of the same stuff they make a black box out of? Because it's the only thing that survives. It's like, why don't they make the battery out of the same stuff that they obviously made the last 1% out of? Yes, that seems to last forever. You know, but no, in this case, it just went. So I'm thinking, well, he's not going to be too far away. He's going to come down and see us, and whatever. 10 minutes goes by, nothing. Mm-hmm. So I use Rhiannon's phone to call them back. I call Green Flag, and they get me in contact with the garage, and then they put me through to the driver.
Yeah,
and they apparently thought we were between 16 and 17 when we're not. We're between 14 and 15.
Oh, God.
But anyway, I've never been so glad to see a fucking truck with flashing lights and God knows what else going off on it.
Darren.
Yeah.
Get your phone and download What 3 Words.
Oh, no, I've got that already, but they didn't ask me for that information. This was just a local garage. I'm not going to say, well, you should download What 3 Words. They'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? So anyway.
Everyone's got What 3 Words.
Yeah, but, well, obviously these guys didn't. So anyway, look, this is not.
Have you got What 3
Words? Head.
Yes, fuck, shit, and cunt.
Yeah, fuck, shit, and cunt. Yeah, fuck, shit.
Yeah. What 3 words? I'm fucking lost.
Yeah. So the guy comes along and he says,
"Bear."
Where, Wampa? Where?
Chaffinch, donut, fisting.
Shut up, Wesley.
Well, are they your 3 words? No, they're just something that just came to mind right now. I've got Tourette's. So anyway, the guy turns up. Nice fella, gets us all. He's very polite. He said, "Go on, get in the back of the truck. And I'll just get the car on the back here."
Get in the back
what
of
we're going to do is we're gonna go to local services, and there I can do a proper sort of examination without being near the road and being in danger of getting hit by something. So we go to Peterborough Services, and I said to him, "Right, do you mind if we just go off and get a drink and maybe a bite?" He said, "Yeah, go. It gives me a chance to do what I need to do." So, all right, I won't be very long. Anyway, we go off, do our thing. I come back, and he confirms, your injector's gone. And this one, first one that went, the one
as well.
No, your car's not going anywhere. It was still driving. You could still drive it a short distance, so parking it wouldn't have been too much of a problem. But this is the thing. It seems the engineers up north are a lot more helpful than the ones down south here, right? Because they said, "Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if you were told this," he said, "but once one injector goes, you should really replace all of them at once." Because once one goes, the people we got it fixed by originally, none of that information. Don't impart that to the customer.
Well, not when you can get repeat custom.
But they would have got. But they don't make any extra money from this. Having them all, it's still the same price I'm paying. So what advantage is it of keeping that a secret? Because they would have got me money anyway. So I don't understand that way of thinking.
Well,
it didn't make any sense.
They don't know.
So anyway. So now we're going to have to fork out something. I mean, fortunately, it's we had one replaced recently, of course, and I think the actual thing just went the moment that message came up. I don't think it was slowly wearing down in the background. So fortunately, we've only got 3 to buy, but that's still $1,000 that we're paying just for the injectors without service.
At what point do you just say it's cheaper to get a new car?
I don't know. We're probably going to be looking to get a different one anyway, because it's not compliant with ULEZ. This car, it's a diesel car.
So it's costing you £12 every time you leave the drive every time, yeah?
No. We don't get charged for anything where we are. Okay, we're not. ULEZ is not where we are. We're out in Surrey. We're past that line. Down in Kingston, that's where it starts getting dicey. They've charged for that. They've classed that as a London borough, and it's like, have you seen how far away Kingston is from London?
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, give them a chance, and they probably push the boundary even further. But no, we've escaped it, so we don't get charged ULEZ around here where I am.
Right.
So anyway, he called up another. He said, "Well, look, we're going to get you a national. We're going to get you a national tow truck, and I'll just call up one of the guys to come and get the car, and we'll take it back." And this is how sad the day was. This was probably my favourite part of the whole entire day. The guy turns up with his truck to put the car. It's one of these ones where they load the car on and take you back with the car on the back.
Yeah.
But he stood there by the car. He's got his truck all lined up and everything like this, and he's just stood there by our car, and he just pulls out this little pad and he presses a button, and everything just happens like at the touch of a fucking button. And it's like, it's like I'm someone from 1783 who's never even seen a car before. And I'm just sitting there grinning from ear to ear as I'm watching the thing slide out accurately under the tyres and scoop the car. It's like, this is fucking great.
Did you hum the Thunderbirds theme while it was all going on?
Kind of. Yeah, subconsciously.
As it gets lifted up.
Indeed.
Yep, go on.
I mean, the driver, very polite, very helpful bloke. He said, right, so we're going back to this address here, aren't we? Yep, that's fine. He's like programming all the things in, and he's off. Now, this guy...
You were still stuck by the roadside, though.
Exactly. I stood there with like a melting burger in my hand as
he disappeared over there.
Exactly. Grease running down my hand into the sleeve of my shirt, burning my elbow as it pools there and then solidifies. So it's like a not very nice tub of skin cream, that smells a bit rank.
As he slowly disappears into the horizon.
Yep, I saw the face of a kindly old gentleman as I drove away. I mean, this bloke really knew how to handle this truck. He wasn't taking any shit from anyone, but he didn't swear, he didn't complain about the traffic, nothing. He was just like in there, very pleasant to talk to, got us all the way back, and then he fucked off. We had a bit of trouble with the traffic on the way back, so it took us something like, whereas it should have taken us around about maybe 90 minutes to get back. I think that's how long we were driving beforehand. It took nearly 3 to 4 hours.
Jesus.
But it was fine. We were in a comfortable truck. That was it. We didn't care. Somebody else was doing the driving.
Right.
So it was pretty good. Pretty good. But so we're going to attempt to get this fixed, and then we're going to try taking the train. Everywhere, even down the shops,
forever.
So so there we go. So that was that. Now coming away from that, I did see some stuff this week. I went to the cinema and I watched Frankenstein with Oscar Isaacs in the lead role as the Doctor himself. Yeah, it was all right. It was okay. It's a bit long. It's 2.5, nearly 3 hours long.
It's on Netflix in 3 days.
Yeah, it probably will be, actually. No. But, I mean, I've got the pass for the cinema, so I just, whatever film I want to see, fuck it. There we go.
Yeah.
I'll just go in and watch it.
So
Jim, you may be able to help me out with this. Now, I had the original book, but I don't remember actually ever reading the original novel. I've read Dracula.
Book poser. You left it on the side, didn't you? Just left it on a coffee table.
Funny enough, I threw it out the window.
Frankenstein is a tough read.
Yeah.
Because it's not the story people expect.
No.
The Frankenstein story you think you know comes from Universal Pictures.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's the version we think. The book isn't like that.
No.
Well, I know that. I've seen various versions of Frankenstein. I've even watched the play with Engelbert Humperdinck and Johnny Thingy in it.
Bingle Bum Bumper Clock.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably the most faithful version ever done.
Now, this is what I wanted to ask you. Because in the play, Frankenstein's monster he does go on the rampage. He kind of tries to take revenge, as you know, on his creator. And one of them, which is, I think he does something rather nasty to Frankenstein's bride.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Well, forget all that. What they do with this is they do what they did with Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is they turn it into a romance. So this is the kind of level that you're dealing with.
Just one question.
Yep.
Does he have an enormous Frohnstücke?
Well, he didn't forget his apple strudel. Oh, at last I found you. No, there's none of that in it. Don't get me wrong, performances are all very, very good. The fashion in it is fantastic as well. I've got to say, costumes in it are really, really good. There is a bit of an addition. There's a side story of how Frankenstein gets the finance for what he's doing, and it's the person he's dealing with, which I believe this character was never in the original novel anyway. I don't remember hearing about him.
Is it Anton Deck as Santander?
No, it's what's his name? Waltz.
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz playing this character. He's the father of his brother's bride. Played very well by Mia Goth.
All right,
but he knows that what Frankenstein is doing, and he offers to finance this, and it's like, I don't remember that being in the book or being in the story.
I don't think that is in the book, because in the book, basically, it's very how he creates the monster is very much sort of like left under a veil. It's hinted he's used the dark arts and alchemy and has robbed graves to get the bits for it, but it doesn't really go into a lot of detail.
Oh, he does do that. You see with that, but it's like you can imagine because there's a montage. Gotta have a montage of him finding all the bits, and it's like you could have had some very light, fluffy tune, like they do in like comedies where they have your montage. Yeah, like I say, it was okay, and it's very stylized. The monster's very good, although. Can I ask, Jim, does the monster in the novel, does he have the same powers as Wolverine, as in the healing factor?
I think it is said he's pretty much damn immortal.
Yeah.
Which is why Frankenstein doesn't want to make a mate, because he realizes kind of, well, if I make him a female, they'll start a race of beings that are pretty much unkillable and probably won't ever die, and we'll be screwed.
Okay, then... Yep, that's fine then. That's all in check. So there was that. But the guy who plays the monster is very good in it.
He's from Saltburn, Jacob Elordi.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But before I thought of that, I thought, well, he's done pretty well for the guy that was in the Kissing Booth 1, 2, and 3. It's like, oh, you stretch that. Wow. That's a storyline stretched thinner than fucking tooth. Was it a fucking dental floss?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What's the Kissing Booth?
Kissing Booth is a set of films that's on Netflix. Right now, I read this when I saw who he was.
You read this, yeah.
No, where he's come from, because I thought I recognised this guy, and it's then the Saltburn thing. It's like, yes. But it's like, he was in Kissing Booth 1, 2, and 3. And then I remember retelling me about this as well and saying, I don't know why they keep producing this shit, but they've produced another one. Number 3's out. Soon to be number 4. Kissing Booth.
Kiss Booth.
Can you guess what it's about? Yeah. Kissing Booth 2, this time it's personal. Or this time it's herpes. Kissing Booth 5, Cold Sore Conundrum. Is it a cold sore or is it a boil? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lip cancer.
It's a lip cancer, yes. So yeah, there's that. I don't know if you want to wait until it comes on the streaming.
Well,
so you
like I say, it's on streaming on Friday. It's on.
Is it?
It's on streaming actually on Friday. Yes.
Oh well, there you go then. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll leave you to make up your mind with that.
To ponder
now,
that. Yes.
The other film I saw this week, and in fact, the three of us sat down and watched it. Was Good Boy.
Oh right.
Oh
the
yes.
One about the dog.
Mm-hmm.
I never felt so tense for a full 90 minutes as I did with this film.
Right.
I was on tenterhooks through the entire way through this film, and it's all because of that dog. All because of that
dog needs a goddamn Oscar.
Fucking right. What they say on the poster is not a joke, right? The best actor, regardless of species ever.
Right.
I don't know what they did to that dog to give it that facial expression that it did at one point, where it looks fucking stressed, right?
Right.
And you are feeling stressed with it. If you've got any kind of empathy towards animals at all, this film will hit you, right? It really fucking will. It will play you like a fucking piano. I'm not joking.
Okay.
And
I second that entirely, having watched it the other weekend.
Indeed.
Okay.
I know we have trouble saying this about films where bad things happen, but I loved it. It's for me, it's one of the best horror films I've seen because it made me feel the way it did.
Okay.
All right. And it really does put every single human character into the second place in front of this dog, because the dog is the prime focus.
Yeah.
He is the lead role in this. And some films say that and they don't deliver, but this one does. It even goes so far, you'll notice as you're watching it, you hardly see the faces of the humans that are in the film.
Yeah.
It's all like shot like from the dog's perspective.
Very much so.
Yeah, it's very cleverly done without being sort of like dog cam.
Yeah.
The cinematography is very fucking clever.
Cool.
It's really, really good. The dog's trained so well.
Well, the film did apparently take 5 years to make.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, just one of the best performances from any animal I've ever fucking seen in any film.
Right.
And I felt for that dog. You are there in it. You are, as I say, if you've got any kind of empathy towards animals, especially if you love dogs, this will perform an uppercut a few times.
Right.
This.
Okay.
But yeah, I was tense. We all were in the house. And it's like, as it's getting near the end of the film, I'm thinking, am I going to have to go looking for a claw hammer and finding the director? Is this what's going to happen by the end of this? Is this what's going to go on? But I won't spoil it. I won't say what goes on or anything like this, but trust me, it's one you want to watch. It really is. It's well worth the effort.
Right.
So, cool. Yeah, Good Boy, fantastic movie. And finishing the watching on very much an up. I started watching Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah,
this week.
So you have stuffed out the money for the Apple TV then.
Of course, yes. Anyway, moving on swiftly. The series itself, I love it. It's such, considering what is going on in the world and how cynical TV can be these days.
Right.
This is such a breath of fresh air for me.
Right.
Ted himself, he's just such an optimistic character. And he's optimistic no matter what happens. He always finds a way to look at it that, would probably break anyone else.
Okay.
He doesn't.
Huh.
I just love it. It's great. It's funny. It's emotional.
Yeah.
Again, I've got my favourites in it. I think one of my favourite characters in it is one called Keely. Right. Who is the girlfriend of this real fucking arsehole of a football player.
Oh, right.
She is absolutely brilliant. Her and Ted get on like a house on fire. And just her delivery of some of the lines, some of the stuff that comes out of her mouth, absolutely brilliant. Hannah Waddingham as well, love her in this, absolutely great.
Right.
And Brett Easton as well, who plays a character called Roy, who's a fucking football hard man.
Yeah.
Who just doesn't take shit from anyone.
Okay.
And his gruff exterior is really, it adds to the comedy.
Right.
But you are rooting for him as well, especially when he takes certain individuals to task. So, Ted Lasso, again, it's a really good pick-me-up. If you've got a bit of, if you're finding life a bit hard, I think this series is a real nice little break from what is going on in the world.
Nice.
It really is. It's lovely.
Nice.
Let's see. Was there anything else? Oh, picked up an old game this week. A sequel to another very old game. Carrier Command 2.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The sequel came to the PC, right? It's got no bearing, doesn't look like the original.
Does it have the voice of Paul Darrow again?
No, you're thinking of Hostile Waters. Antaeus Rising, which was the sort of the redo of Carrier Command. I've got that as well. Yeah. It's got Tom Baker doing the voiceovers. No, this isn't anything like that at all. This is it doesn't really, with the manual, it doesn't tell you 3/4 of what you should actually know about the game. It kind of just kicks you out the door and says, deal with it. So I had to go looking up stuff on YouTube to try and find out how to play certain aspects of it. And my God, there's an awful lot of strategy in this. For anybody that's not aware, it's the actual thing is set. You are part of a planetary defense force, and you get word that a rebel faction is starting to gain real traction on a planet. And they've got hold of one of these great big aircraft carriers. And they're going around different islands, taking the islands over and building up their resources to do whatever it is they're going to do. And you get told you've got to go down, take the other cruiser that's on the planet and take them out by any means necessary. And so you go down to this automated aircraft carrier, and you have to use the equipment that's on board, the vehicles and everything like this to try and foil the plans of this terrorist group. And I learned a few things from this video about how to set things up and to get things like aircraft to go out and scout islands and whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, if you play it right, if you know what you're doing, then there's an awful lot of fun to be had with making things work in conjunction with other vehicles and doing attacks. And it can be quite easy and quite sort of like funny as well, because you get like these drone planes that you can fly, the Albatross they're called. And if you get it to circle the islands as you're fighting, you can call in support from the actual cruiser, right? So you can launch things like cruise missiles.
Yeah.
And you see it's like piddly little tanks all ganging up, ready to have a go at your forces that are going to do the beach landing. And you just go, I think I know a way to sort this out. You launch a cruise missile, and you can see on the little reader that the missile is getting closer because it shows you how close the missile is.
Yeah.
And then you just see it come silently into the picture. The smoke trail. And this is great big fucking flash. And there's just no enemy anymore.
No.
It's brilliant. Love it. So yeah, I'm still learning more about it, but it was only like about 12 quid on Steam.
Right. Nice.
So yeah, awful lot of fun there.
Lovely.
So that's it. I'm going to shut up now.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I'm gone. I'm done. I'm out.
You're done. You're out. You're done.
I'm out.
Thank you very much. Good night. Mic drop. Cool. Okay. And that's on your PC, by the way.
Yeah, that's it. It's all on most of the games. I don't really pick up the Xbox anymore. I'm solely a laptop PC player now. So
you. Fucking hell.
Indeed.
It's Billy Big Bollocks with his fucking PC Master Race.
It's no. Mine's all right, the one I bought. My laptop is very good. Right, don't get me wrong. It's a really good gaming laptop, but when I bought it, it was just before the RTX sort of revolution began.
Yeah.
So I've got a GFX card in this, or GTX card, not an RTX. So I can't do any of the real flashy stuff. I still get really good looking games, but
not as good as they could look.
Not as good as all the modern stuff could look, which is a real shame. I'm sure at one point in time, when this machine finally goes, no, I can't do this anymore, then I'll think about buying another one. But as it is,
you're paying off fuel injectors for the rest of time.
Damn fucking right. Yeah, I've got fuel injectors to buy. I'm going down to Toshi Station to buy some fuel injectors. Maybe I can get off planet and go and join the fucking
rebellion
academy. Yeah, go on with Biggs Darklighter.
Yeah, nobody realised that the Toshi Station was actually a strip club and power converters with the in-house dance band. Nobody ever really figured that out.
Power converters? You mean what? Viagra?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the strip club.
Yep.
I'm going to the Toshi Station to pick up some power converters. As soon as you start thinking of it in those terms, you think, you dirty bastard.
Exactly. Power converters in very heavy sort of like exclamation, or should say speech marks.
Finger quotes,
And the way he whines about them as well. It's like, come on, I was going to go there.
Yeah, that's why he was so keen. It all makes sense now.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to go to the Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
No, you said it wrongly. It's...
No, that's the guy from Wrath of Khan. The shields, they're falling. Raise them. I can't.
All right, mate. That's fine. We'll just manoeuvre the ship. It's fine. Don't lose it.
Yeah, we can
bit dramatic.
Move the ship to the left a little bit and you're fine.
Just see Ricardo Montalban doing that. All right, calm down, man. It's fine.
You can move it.
Yeah.
I like to move it.
Look, I'm steering it. Look, here we go. Look. I'm going to the left if I want. I don't have to go there. I'll go to the right. Look. See?
One finger.
Yeah, I don't have to paint within the lines. I can go out if I want.
Paint the sheep green if I like.
Yeah.
Oh, look, the bumblebee. It's blue.
You want pink clouds? We can have them and all. There we go. Look at this. The tree here. I mean, do you want to make it all blue? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's just paint it blue.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. Just splat it on there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Happy little accident. There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. So, I've been completely derailed. My week. What happened in my week? I went to a fireworks display on Saturday, the Blackheath fireworks display, and it's quite interesting because when Blackheath last had a fireworks display, which was just before COVID, it was a charity thing. So, you'd be standing there and you have your sort of nice little sort of WI going around with buckets going, give us some money. And you'd sort of throw a couple of quid in. But this time they've come back with a vengeance. They've fenced it all off. And
they had Masioki there, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Well. And it was 20 quid a ticket. Yes, exactly. So that's exactly what I thought. 20 quid a ticket. Fuck me. We went in there. I'm not kidding you. It was like a festival. I mean, it was like it's gone from the WI with a couple of fireworks in the middle of Blackheath to sort of booming noises, and there was one tent which had like a comedy acts and stuff. There was a person who was doing basically Emperor Palpatine if he hit the skids and went sort of like went dancing for Bunny, because he's sort of like standing on a pillow kind of going zzz, 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 and there's all this lightning flying off his fingers. And then there was some rave DJ from the BBC in a dance hall, dance tent thing, and it was kind of all kicking off. It was really good. It's like, okay, that's what you get your money for. But the funny bit,
that, I must admit, because when I was visiting Dad when we were going by, sort of coming back from the hospital, you know, I could see these signs up, and they was talking about all the stuff they've got in it. It was like, how the fuck is that going to work?
It's
how
mad.
Are they going to do that?
Yeah. So we went to that, and we you know, it got to the point where you go in, and it's like, you know, the landing space for the mothership in Close Encounters, where they've got all these poles like football floodlights all over the place, and they've got all these, but they're all firing lasers everywhere, and we're like, oh, okay. And then we noticed that there was like the control room was sitting right in the middle, and you could stand by it. So, you know, me and Carol, a bit sensible. Yeah, you know, we can rest against the control room, and we get the best view because, you know, that's where they've got to see the fireworks going off. So we're standing there, and the music starts up, and it's all licensed drum and bass and music from different eras, and it's all banging away, and all the fireworks are going off in time, and it's all brilliant. You're like, brilliant. But you notice that you can't see the lasers anymore, the ones that were on the pillars.
Oh,
and
really?
Until the smoke machine comes on.
Oh.
The smoke machine to make the air slightly misty so you can see the lasers. The problem with that smoke machine was we were sitting on it. So we're sitting there going, look at these fireworks. This is really good. Suddenly there's... and it's like, oh, what's that? Next thing you know, it's like the 1800s pea soup. You couldn't see a fucking thing. We were literally Carol was. It was any second now. Some alien spider things were going to come looming out of the dark and just drag me away or something. It was just like, oh, quick! I need to get to a supermarket and hide. It was just like, what the fuck is going on here? And it kind of dispersed, and you think like, oh, okay, I get it. They've done it once. That's fine. But every 5 minutes, you'd be standing there and it like suddenly you'd hear, and it's like, oh, fuck, here we go again. Literally, it was so thick that Carol was like about 2 feet from me and I couldn't see her. Wow. I literally could not see her. It's just a wall of white. I could have been murdered and dragged off into a bush and nobody would have seen me. I was literally just standing there in this huge white big plume. It's completely opaque.
So you missed the opportunity to turn to her and go, well, that's the last time I have a hot and spicy one for lunch.
Exactly, yeah. That's a spicy meatball. But once it cleared, again, it was fine. And the whole event was really nice. And I thought everyone's going to clear out, but they didn't. They all stayed for the Masioki and the comedy thing in another tent and the rave that was going on with DJ Spoony or something. DJ Spoony. I know that because that was what he shouted a lot. DJ Spoony.
What was up? Matt Damon!
Matt Damon! Yeah, exactly. So there was that. So, yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time.
Can I just tell the guys a story, by the way? Of course, Blackheath Fireworks is when Mr. Metcalf here had one of his finest fucking moments, and I'm not kidding. Well, this is not being sarcastic when I say finest moments. This was heroic. Many moons ago, me, Lee, and a few other people were going to Blackheath to watch the fireworks, right? And we were stood there at Catford bus station waiting to get a bus, and then they went, sorry, we're shutting all the services down. And we all looked at one another like, what the fuck is going on here? This can't be right. And Lee went, hold on a minute. He walked over to the driver, and we could just see him sort of like talking to this bloke, being a little bit animated. And he came back over like some fucking magician and just went, follow me. And we got on, he talked me into fucking starting up the bus service.
Fucking right, I did.
Yeah, fucking right, I did. It's like, you are a god, sir.
Yeah, don't fuck with me if I want to go and see me fireworks. I paid £7 for sparklers. I want to get on that bus.
It was just like, what are you talking about? Shutting the fucking buses down, you fucking twats! It's just what you do know what night it is tonight. Yes. So we managed to get the bus, and we did watch our fireworks display.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Indeed. So well done. Golf clap.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, it was like 30 years ago. I mean,
doesn't matter though. Still, it's in the annals of history now. The heroic.
Yeah. It still echoes
the annals
through
of history.
Indeed, yes. You shall go to Valhalla, sir. You shall.
I have always been in the annals of history. Yeah.
Valhalla, I am coming.
Quite deep.
Deep in the annals of history.
Indeed, went in there quite hard.
They still fear me at the Bellingham bus garage.
Yep. Young man, you're a new bus driver, but let me tell you a story of a man who came out of the mist and resurrected a bus service with his bare hands,
with his long hair, and his ponytail, and his big beard,
Indeed,
and his dog tooth check long coat, looking like some sort of homeless person. Yes. But anyway, things I've watched. Let's do this. Things I've watched. We're currently watching a TV show on Amazon Prime called Lazarus, which has just appeared on Amazon Prime. It's short version. The lift pitch is essentially. Do you remember Sixth Sense?
Oh yes.
No, that's the pitch. That's it. Right there.
What, do you remember Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
Any other films?
No. Basically, psychiatrist. He has to come back home to his family home after his father apparently shot himself. The family home is also where his younger daughter, his twin, younger sister, his twin sister was murdered years ago, and then he goes to his father, who's a psychiatrist, also goes to his office to pick up some stuff, and then notices he's being visited by previous occupants of the sessions that his dad used to run. And it turns out that every session that his dad used to run, someone died. And he's like, so it's kind of like Quantum Leap meets The Sixth Sense, while the guy thinks he's slowly going mad. And then, and this is not a spoiler because it's in all the trailers, his dad, played by Bill Nighy, comes back and goes, "Hello, son." And it's like, what? And his dad's actually dead, but comes back as a ghost periodically to say, this is all connected, and there will be many more murders, and you will see all of the people who I used to treat, and they will all come back too and talk to you. And you're trying to work out what the fuck is going on. I'm 3 episodes out of 6, and I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
No, it's okay. It's okay, but it does love a flashback. Oh dear God, does it love padding out things with a flashback? So there's that. Give it a swerve. If it sounds interesting, take a look at it. But after 2 episodes, you should have the measure of it. And if you want to stick with it after that, go for it. But I'm only sticking with it because there's nothing I want to watch on streaming at the moment. As illustrated by the next 2 films, The Woman in Cabin 10, which I watched, which is on Netflix, which is one of their big Netflix produced films with Keira Knightley. Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah.
And she plays a Guardian journalist who works in a Guardian office with the world's worst London skyline. It's the only place where you can see Farringdon, and the Shard, but they're back to front in the wrong place on the skyline. But it's like someone's literally got all of London's skyline landmarks, just slapped them all over the place, like the Thames TV logo. It's like, anyway, It kept making my eyes twitch every time they went in the bloody office. It was like, the Farrington's not there. It's just not. Fucking stop it. But that's shortly dismissed because what happens is she's invited to a billionaire's yacht. The billionaire being Guy Pearce. And he and his wife are doing this charity thing where he's going to give away tons of money to a research foundation for various illnesses. And so Keira Knightley turns up. Nobody likes her because they're all billionaires and she's a journalist. She runs across her ex-boyfriend, who's a photojournalist, also on the boat. She goes into cabin 8, and as she's in cabin 8, she notices that cigarettes keep coming in underneath, get blown in off the balcony of cabin 10 into her room. She puts them away, throws them in the bin. And then when she sees her ex-boyfriend, she kind of embarrassed sort of tries to go back into her room, but instead walks one step to the left and ends up going backwards into cabin 10. Goes into cabin 10. There's this blonde woman there. Nobody seems to know who she is. And then then it turns out she's not on the manifest. And then it turns out that someone from cabin 10 was thrown overboard in the middle of the night and has been murdered. But the crew and the billionaires, none of them can account for this blonde woman, don't even know who she is, and they think Keira Knightley's gone bonkers.
Okay, seems familiar.
Strokey chin.
So it's cool in terms of you're sitting there going, right, well, they're all at sea. It's closed. It's one of those bottle episode kind of Agatha Christie mysteries. You know, who do you trust? Who's covering up? Is there something going on? You know, what's happening? The problem is that the whole plot is not actually uncovered by Keira Knightley at all. You just follow her around while everyone says you're fucking mad. And then eventually she ends up having the plot basically explained to her. Someone just stands there and just goes and explains it all to her. And then she solves the plot by shouting at people on a microphone. And after having the whole film where they've been going, she's just nuts. She's off her nut. And she just goes, I must speak, and gets a microphone and shouts really loudly until one person, who I will not spoil, goes, fuck this. Yes, it was me. I did it. And then
anything, just shut up, woman.
Exactly. and then the police turn up, and that's the end of that. And it's like, so Keira Knightley did basically the square root of fuck all for an hour and 45 minutes, and then said, I'm going to shout at people on the microphone. And then everyone goes from she's mad to, oh, she's got a microphone, best listen to her. And then they do, and the film ends. And it's just like, oh, okay.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, it's a detective a mystery thriller without anyone doing any detecting. There's a couple of times when she finds a clue, but every time she does, the cabin staff clear her room and then clear all the clues away. So it's just like, what is this all about?
So she didn't put the little bit of cardboard on the outside of the door that says, don't make up your room.
Yeah, please don't disturb. Yeah, no, she didn't do any of that.
All it would have taken. That's all it would have taken.
That's all it would have taken, yeah. And the other film I watched was Ballad of a Small Player, which is on Netflix. And yeah, it's Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
In Macau, the Las Vegas of the East, apparently, and apparently has more money going through it in a day than Las Vegas has in a week. You can gamble on anything. It's absolutely,
money playing.
Exactly, it's money playing. Want to bet on a man fucking an alligator? Money playing. So.
Oh, the flashbacks.
The flashbacks. So he's there and he owes everyone money. It's just the end of the day. And he's called Lord Doyle, And he goes around and he's like, "Hello, I'm Lord Doyle." And you think, okay, fine. It's going to be a bit of a comedy. But then what happens is he goes to play this type of card game, which is absolutely impossible to win. And he borrows even more money, and he ends up in deep shit by losing, to the point where he's absolutely got no money whatsoever. And the hotel says, "You've rung up a bar bill of like 300,000 quid. We're going to break your legs and kill you and then send you to the police." He's got private detectives after him because he's got a gambling habit, and he's laundered money from someone else. And it's just an absolute shit show, an anxiety shit show for the first like 30 minutes. And then it just goes all, "I'm going to walk around Macau looking very sad for the rest of the film." And you're just thinking, right, okay. And then it ends, and you go, okay. What the fuck was that? It's just misery porn. It is literally misery porn. You're sitting there just going, this is really, really depressing. And it just gets more and more depressing. And it's just like, you're just sitting there going, why on earth am I watching this? And yeah, apart from the shots of Macau, which makes it look like some sort of futuristic Blade Runner city, yeah, and Colin Farrell doing this ludicrous sort of Leslie Phillips style accent, it wasn't really my thing. Carol and I bailed on it halfway through, and then I came back and just. You
needed to see exactly what was going on.
Yeah, and I wish I hadn't. I should have just stuck with it. I think Carol had the better experience at bailing at 52 minutes in.
So, one to avoid then.
Yeah, it's not one for me. Not one for you. If you like arty films where the music just goes doo 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 while everything glides past a very sweaty looking Colin Farrell who's got no money, then this is the film for you. Otherwise, if you're looking for a plot and some kind of propulsive narrative, yeah, don't bother. Yeah, that's it really. I'll leave it there. I did play a game, but it's only like a little silly game, so I'll leave it. Right. So before we go for the jingle and get onto the film, very quickly, we did have some feedback. So here we go, just quickly.
It's feedback time.
Yes, we had actually a piece of written feedback sent into feedback@blackdogpodcast.com from Peter Organ of the Borgcast, or Babelorg 5, depending on which one you're following. And you can find that all over at borgcast.libsyn.com. And he said, "Hello, gentlemen. I found Longlegs frustrating. Not because of Cage. His was generally a good performance, with only the shouting like a loon in the car pulling me out of the film. Anyway, it was the ending that annoyed me. If they'd managed to pull off something that could be explained, either by a sort of psychological profiling stuff that our hero was using, or by dark powers working in the world, and it was up to the viewer to decide, that would have been a very satisfying ending. But instead, it was Magic Balls all the way, which I believe is the sequel to Magic Mike. Disappointing, but I guess there's no way to explain it other than the dads went bad. All the best, Peter." There you go. Magic Balls all the way. That was the working title, apparently. And it's yeah, and it was also a quiz show with Jasper Carrot, wasn't it?
Golden Balls.
Golden Balls. Oh, and then we had on the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/the Black Dog Podcast, we had Andy Palastides, who said, because we were talking about the Japanese Space Agency, and I was talking about how the AI got it all tits up, didn't it? he said the actual space agency, Japanese space agency, is called JAXA, for Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency.
Right.
Whereas to me, that sounds like something that used to be on the buses. You stuff it up your JAXA.
Yeah.
Stuff it up your JAXA.
You butler.
Up your JAXA. Anyway, so yes, so there you go. So AI is even wrong again. Wrong again. There you go. What a shocker. Apparently I turned off commenting for this post. I don't know how I managed to do that, but fucking Facebook, man. Seriously, if anyone's still using the Facebook group and they notice that they get moderated automatically, just send me a message. I'll unmoderate your stuff because it's just driving me fucking nuts. Anyway, John Campion also wrote in to say, I'm not entirely sure how long it can continue, but Apple Plus TV is putting in a lot of money into some really good genre programming. This is to follow up on your thing, Dal, about getting the little taste of the first episodes.
Yes,
just the taste, just the tip, and you can have all of Tim Cook's.
Yeah, first
Tim Cook's
free.
The first bit's just take the tip, relax, and then you can have all of Tim's length, all of his content.
You want this, don't you?
Don't you?
Take it. Strike me down, and you're telling towards the dark side will be complete.
Sorry, I cannot not let you. I can't leave that alone. So there you go. If you want to send in feedback, you know the routes. You can send it on the email to the usual routes to feedback@blackdogpodcast.com, or jump on the Facebook group, presuming it doesn't try and moderate you or turn the fucking comments off for some reason, which is facebook.com/group/the Black Dog Podcast. Fucking Facebook. Anyway, don't know. Just fuck off, Zuckerberg. I'm done with you, man. Done with you and your pervy fucking Ray-Ban glasses, you dirty perv. You lizard person. Anyway, right. We'll leave it there. And when we come back, we will be walking 500 miles. And then we'll walk 500 more as we review The Long Walk. Roll the jingle. Right, so The Long Walk is a 2025 American dystopian survival thriller film directed and produced by Francis Lawrence from a screenplay by J.T. Molnar, and it's based on the 1979 novel of the same name by Stephen King under his pseudonym Richard Bachman. The film stars Cooper Hoffman, David Johnson, who we'd last seen in Alien Romulus, Garrett Waring, Tut Nuyut, Charlie Plummer, Ben Wang, Roman Griffiths, Josh Hamilton, Judy Greer, and of course Mark Hamill. That nice young Skywalker chap, he's gone right off the rails.
That's what power converters does to you.
Yeah, that's what going. That's what too many power converters without protection.
I think he's been drinking too much blue milk.
Yeah,
straight from the teat.
Straight from the teat of the of the sea cows. Set in a dystopian 1970s, which I didn't know. The film follows 50 boys on an annually televised competitive walking marathon meant to inspire viewers. Each boy must maintain a pace of 3 miles per hour of non-stop walking for days, and failure to do so after 3 warnings results in death. The boy who lasts the longest wins a cash prize and the fulfillment of one of his wishes. The film was released in the US in September the 12th, so not too long ago, 2025, and received I'm not going to do the reviews. It grossed from a budget of $20 million. How much, Jim?
I think it grossed 30 million. Number 47, second warning, move!
Nice. Okay. Darren, how much do you reckon it made?
What it made was a rise in the share price of odor eaters.
Nice. What about you, Elton?
3 me bunions and
nice.
a broken ankle.
Oh. Well, actually, you're all wrong, because what it actually earned was.
Crip it off! Crip it off!
Bang! There you go. I'm thinking that's fairly comprehensive. Actually, what it did earn was $54 million from a budget of 20. So it made its money back. Did well. Apparently, there was a screening, an early door screening, where you could see a preview of it if you watched it while walking on a treadmill.
Yeah,
and if you didn't keep the speed up on the treadmill, and you went past the line, they would take you out and throw you out of the theatre.
Oh, I like that. I've been well up for that.
Yeah. So you have to watch the film for 108 minutes and walk at 3 miles an hour. So there you go. So cool. Anyway, right. So that's that. Elton, it was your pick. So you go last, but we'll go around the table non-spoilery. What did everyone think of The Long Walk? Jim, you hadn't seen this, had you, before?
No, I'd not seen it.
So we'll go with you first. So, Jim, what did you think?
I really like this. So I remember reading the book vividly, and I did think it was kind of, as much as I like it, I bet they'll never film this.
Yeah.
But they did find a way of doing it. And so I suppose I have two sort of quibbles with it, which I can't mention because it's spoilery.
Yeah.
But they're not deal breakers. And I say for like 90% of it, I thought, wow, you really did it and went there with it.
Yeah. Fair enough. Cool. Darren, what about you?
Again, it's one of those films where, a lot of tough stuff happens. So can you really justify saying you really enjoyed it? But I really did. I really enjoyed this film.
Right.
A worthy adaptation, I think. And so big thumbs up from me.
Right. Okay. For me, this is the first time of watching the film. I have read the Bachman book way back when, and yeah, I liked it. I really did. There's a few things I had problems with. Just purely, you can't really say the film had bad pacing issues.
Do you want to walk me through it? Yeah. No. Okay.
Now, Darren, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's a marathon.
Don't shoo me away.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. So anyway, there was a few bits and pieces I had little niggles with, but overall, I thought this was a solid dystopian film, and I enjoyed the themes in it. I enjoyed how it was portrayed. I thought there was a few bits that were a bit thin for the characters, but overall good, and pretty down bleak. So yeah, thumbs up for me. What about you then, Elton?
I really enjoyed this, although I'm not too sure if the ending is what I wanted. But
yeah,
I don't know where you can go with that, really. So we'll get into that in the spoilers. But I really enjoyed it. There were characters I wanted them to dive into more, and yeah, it's kind of just in a room movie, isn't it? People talking in a room, but they're pacing along at a pace. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I came away pleasantly surprised. Actually, I haven't read the book.
No.
I didn't know there was a book. I didn't even know Stephen King's pseudonym. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm interested in actually reading it now.
Okay.
So I suppose that's a good thumbs up for it as well.
Cool. Okie dokie. Right. Well, there you go. So that is our general thoughts on The Long Walk. You can watch it through a number of different means, either going to the cinema, because it's still in the cinema. You can watch it on paid streaming services like Amazon Prime Video on Demand, or you can take a trip to Cinema Equidistant, which is just as far as it needs to be from your house, and watch it there. We're going to go into the spoiler zone, obviously. So, if you haven't seen this film, do take a pause and don't spoil it for yourself. Otherwise, here we go. Roll the random jingle.
There will now be a short intermission.
Shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Wesley.
So there we go. We're in the spoiler zone. Hold on. What did I not do? I didn't put the last one on the end.
Shut up, Wesley.
Thank you. I've got to stick to a bloody format. Patrick Stewart's got
really slipping round here, you know that.
Exactly. Patrick Stewart's got to eat, you know. So anyway, so here we are in the spoiler zone. As I said before, if you get spoilt now, it's your fault. Let's start with the main character. Or actually, let's start with the walk itself. Okay. In the book, it's shown as a sort of bread and circuses kind of thing. It's everyone's in on it. The audience, the people across America are watching it. Mm-hmm. Did that come across in the film? And what I mean by that is, Elton, you haven't read the book, so that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
But did you get a sense of what the walk was really all about?
Well, they didn't they explain that? I thought they explained that with it's.
They did.
Supposed to be. People see this and so are because they're coming out of a dystopian war or something like that, or civil war or something that has broken down civilization.
A war that America got mixed up in that took an extra long while to finish, whatever that war may be.
Yeah,
whether it's Vietnam or whatever
in the 1970s.
Yeah,
and it's. Motivation for other people watching this to be inspired by people. Walking.
What I'm trying to say, Jim, maybe you can jump in here if you've read the book as well. But it's in the book, in the novel, it's shown as a thing like the Running Man, where it's like there are hundreds of people watching it all the time, 24/7, not just like a couple of people stuck on like campsites down and up and down the road.
If I remember, in the book, it is just, there's no crowds. It's just being filmed, but you never cut away from the walk.
No, you never cut away from the walk, but you get a sense that there's hundreds of people, thousands of people watching it.
Oh yes, it is. It's televised. And I think they covered that because all there are cameras on all the vehicles.
Okay. It was just more a case of do you get a sense of it, of what it actually means to the country? Because again, this is gonna. I don't want to sound like a stuck record before we even get started, but the book kind of sort of lays the groundwork a lot more faithfully as like, this isn't just there to make a contest. It's there to kind of keep everyone distracted.
Yeah.
And not only that, but also weed out the troublemakers, the anti-establishment types.
Ah, okay.
I would say it goes a slightly different, and I think it's very relevant for what goes on today. I think this whole film is very relevant to today and in the past. We kind of have a long walk that has been with us for hundreds of years anyway. It's called being in the army. The long walk is advertised as being, make America great again. Let's get back there. Let's do this. Let's get the country back up and running. You'll be doing a really good thing if you do this, and you get all this money and you get a wish answered. And what they don't really emphasize in that is that you will die, right? You are most likely going to die. What do they do when they do adverts for things like the Navy and the Army? They show you what a great time you're going to have. You're going to be out there. It'll make you be you'll be a real person. You go out there and use. You'll get educated. You'll do this, that, and the other. What it doesn't show you are the people that come back from conflicts, being shell shocked or being unalived, and that's exactly what this does. It's the same sort of method. It's the whole thing of, and they say this in the film, and they get you in a situation in that society where they make you believe that the only way out of the difficulties that they're in is going through this. They make you believe that this is the only viable way out. And because of that, because they've got most of the society itself locked into that, this sort of brainwashing, this conditioning that they go through in society, this is why people do it. And this is why they get so many people. They, as Peter points out, do you know anybody that doesn't sign up to this? And the answer is no, because everybody does.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's like, whereas most people do this, there's only one character that's doing not for financial gain, but for revenge. And that's the main character himself. He's doing it to get close enough to the source of what he regards as his problem, the thing that made his life turn shit. And that's the general.
Right.
So he's the only one that's really doing it for anything other than financial gain or wish fulfillment of the, to gain loads of money. He doesn't give a shit about the money. What he wants is his target. And it's like these sort of things where people do this. They, they swear revenge on someone, but they don't really think about what they're getting into. And you can see that from the very first time. And it's like going into the army. If you're under that impression, you go for these adverts that make you believe that you're going to get all this lovely stuff. You're going to, your life will be better for it. When you see your first body hit the floor with half its fucking face missing, it paints a completely different picture then.
Yeah.
And that's what happens here. When Ray sees the first boy get shot, then it's brought home to him that maybe this was a bit of a fucking mistake.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, fuck, no. It's just like, what did you think it was going to be? This has been televised. You can see this, and it's now you're presented with the reality right in front of you. And this is the sort of manipulation that goes on in that story and in this society as we've got at the moment.
Well, okay, because anyone else feel like they want to jump in, do so, because I'm in one of those kind of train of thoughts rather than questions kind of things.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool.
No, I was going to say, so you say it's relevant to today.
Yeah.
And, I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just interested to see what you think, how it's relevant. I mean, in sort of like a mirror of today's politics, what are you pointing at? Because like whenever
make this country great again.
Yeah, because I was going to say
this. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Well, I was going to just say whenever this film comes up, everyone goes, "Oh, it's it's very prescient. It's very it's very much of the times. It's very much like America today, kind of thing." And I'm just curious as to what you guys, and I'll start with you, Dal, because obviously you're in it. But how do you see that? How do you think that's the case?
It's that whole, well, if you suffer just a little bit, you can gain many, many rewards from this. You really can. And the B side of that, that sort of sacrifice, that suffering you have to go through. Yeah, it's never emphasized that, well, you know what? There's a good chance that it won't happen.
Yeah.
That, you're going to come a cropper with this.
Yeah.
I think the Labour government said it when they first got in. Well, we're going to make some decisions that are not going to be popular, but trust me, it will be all for the good. And now look where we are.
Yeah, well, yeah, staring down the barrel of a fucking reform government, but that's
exactly.
Fun. Yeah.
It's not even that. It's the fact that we were told one thing, and what we got was the stark reality of it's not. There's a lot more to this than meets the eye. There's more suffering than there is gain.
But we've had that. We've had that with austerity.
We had many governments,
Brexit,
right?
Yeah.
It's like I say, it's the manipulation just to get
jam tomorrow.
Jam tomorrow.
Jam tomorrow. Yeah.
It's funny. Terry Pratchett put it: paying today, but jam tomorrow. And people can live a long time on the hope of that jam.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know actually the actual book, he was what sort of was underlying his thinking when he wrote the book was the draft for the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
There you go.
What about you, Jim? How do you feel it reflects the time, as it were? Because, like I say, it's an oft-used phrase when relating to this book or this film.
Well, I think the book is much ahead of its time. I think it's addressing things that sadly are a bit timeless for our current stage in history, in the fact that people will watch other people do terrible things for entertainment. And if there's a big prize, people will volunteer for it. And it's sort of illustrative of that it won't happen to me.
Yeah.
Illusion that so many people seem to have. It's like, as a joke that's often been repeated from, I think it was first in The Onion, and it's now said an awful lot, is I didn't think when I voted for the face-eating leopards party that the leopards would actually come and eat my face.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And certainly, in certain quarters, there's an awful lot of people finding out that leopards are coming to eat your face. What did you expect?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's telling that in the Long Walk that it's only boys of a certain age.
Yeah.
Because it's tapping into that teenage stupidity where you not only have that idea of it won't happen to me, but you also think you're indestructible and you've got extremely short-term thinking and very, very poor assessment of risks.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, it is kind of, it's one of those. Although the countries in this in the world is in this huge economic decline, allegedly, they can still afford to make one person rich beyond their wildest dreams every year. Which hang on, is actually everything all on the level here? But equally, then again, to pay somebody off. I mean, it's, you know what I mean? It's like these competitions you get now, you win a life supply of this or a year's supply of this. And it's kind of, actually, they've worked out what that is. And it's actually chicken feed in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? It's summed up by, as a, you know, Olsen saying he wants 10 naked ladies. And he's so easily bought off.
Yeah, 10 naked ladies. Like, you're going to have so much money, you could do that by yourself if you want to do that. Yeah.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, talking about the fact that these guys are so young, I know this might be a bit flippant, but what was the average age of the combat soldier in Vietnam?
19.
Exactly.
I remember that song.
Mm-hmm.
I also remember.
Castle, was it?
Yeah. Paul Hardcastle, yeah.
Hardcastle.
Yeah.
And there's the other one, Think About the Money, with Bob Hoskins in it.
Yeah. Imagine what you can do with it. Yeah. I also know that, you know, that also in the Vietnam War, you know, that, you know, it was on the PMC in the search patrol hunting Charlie down, and it was in the Jungle War of 65. My
that when a bullet with his name on it came buzzing through a bush, and that big Marine, he just swatted with his hand, just like it was a fly.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I could hear the enemy moving close outside. Anyway,
don't worry, there's two to dodge.
Yeah, Charlie's gonna
whoever this Charlie bloke is. I don't know.
Who is this fucking Charlie Dean? I'm glad you got that one, because it could have sounded gone off on some kind of mad racist rant.
The lyrics are written across my heart. That's how many times I've listened to that song. I love it.
Yeah. Elton, over to you. How do you feel like this film reflects the modern times?
I think it's really, really close, actually. Shockingly close, because you have this goal of unmanageable wealth. You know, everything is sorted for you, but you have to go through this challenge. But you're constantly told it's a good thing that you're doing. Like it is, as you say, Darren, the Make America Great Again. And it's just this thing churned down your throat to the point where it's so many times that you actually start believing it. And I think everyone has delusions of grandeur in this. But also it's you have to be selfish to get there. To be part of the 1%, you have to be an absolute fucker. And the realization of being selfish, and some of these characters aren't naturally selfish, and going through that, and you know, I've in my day-to-day work when I was on a different firm, you know, watching other people being selfish about things. You know, you'll help them one day, and then the next day you ask for help, and it's like, nah, I'm all right. It's like, oh, okay, there you go. I shouldn't have expected that, but silly me, I should have expected that. You know, it's just that selfishness of looking after themselves, not worrying about their neighbours or anything like that. And it's just, I flipping hate that about this world at the moment, really do. But I think it's all through this movie, all the way through it. We've got several characters who are absolute arseholes. Several characters I really wanted to dive into, but didn't have a chance to do it because, you know, they got a Charlie horse or something, you know, and that's one of the beauties things, because you're told this is a good thing, and you will be you're showing other people that you're doing it, and so you're motivating them, and that's a good thing. But you might be struck down with cramp, but it won't happen to you. It'll never happen to you at all. And yeah, you kind of go into these sort of adventures thinking, well, I'll be all right. I'll be fine. I'm not going to take a bullet to the head. It'll be all the others, and I'll end up with the money. But no, life ain't like that, I'm afraid. Life cuts you short very, very quickly before you know it, actually. You never get a warning of the end.
No. And do you know what? If I was feeling particularly mean, I would have just cut the end of the podcast right there.
Put 2 episodes out. Do that for the first one.
Yeah, you never know when it might end, and then that's it. Just call it right there.
Can I just point something else out as well?
Yeah, sure.
The wonderful way the government in that, or the regime, escapes any kind of guilt where this is concerned by making the populace believe they decided to do this. They're blame free. Well, you didn't have to put in for it, and it's like, no, you've made them believe they have to.
Yeah. But that's what I was going to say. The in the book, I thought it was a draft. I thought it was a thing that just randomly happened to 100 kids across the country.
It probably was, but they've done the lovely thing of changing, like they did with The Mist. They changed a certain aspect of that story that made it even worse. And that's the thing with this as well.
Yeah,
it's that volunteering they make you believe that you're doing. It's that false sense of choice that you think you've got.
Yeah.
The
illusion of choice.
The illusion of choice. That's it. Sorry.
That's cool. That's all right.
I thought it was like a draft type thing. I know that they.
No.
There's a lottery, isn't there?
Yeah. Okay. But I get the feeling that you are drafted to the lottery, and still.
No.
They'll find a way for you to participate along the line at some point.
Well, not in the film. It's It's not, but in the book it is. At least I dimly recall it being the case. I mean, the only thing that hints towards it is as the film progresses, you start to find out like everyone's got a reason to be there, which is in some way related to the major or events that have surrounded them because of the regime. So like Ray's father was killed by the major, Stebbins' dad is the major, and you find out those kind of and then like you've got what's his face, the crazy dude, I can never remember his bloody name.
Herc, I think his name was
Herc.
Yeah, the one who kept sort of like making a lot of dick comments.
Yeah. Oh God, what's his name?
Barkovich.
Yeah. No, that's it. Barkovich. Yes.
Barkovich. Yeah. Well, Barkovich clearly has some kind of mental issues.
Oh yeah.
Because it looked like he had something like Tourette's or something like that. Because he sort of like would be fine, and then he just like spark up a load of expletives, and then start bashing himself in the head. And everyone was seeing him as being sort of like an arsehole, but actually it's all there that he's got some kind of issue. And so really this isn't a sort of random application for a walk. This is actually a cull of the, shall we say, the unwanted elements of society, which then feeds into this whole thing, which I think reflects society right now, which is the demonizing of the other, which is the idea of like you see it in the news all the time. As soon as like terrible things have been happening on London transport and all this kind of thing, and when the attacks happened this week, the first thing that came straight out was it's a British national. That's how they said it. The person who did it was a British national, and it was and that was the end of it. Whereas the guy who walked out of the prison 2 weeks ago, who was a sex offender. He was a sex offender who'd been released early by mistake.
Yeah.
And every single comment was that he was an immigrant from Ethiopia who was also a sex offender. Now, the news about the guy who's attacked everyone on two different, in a barber's shop and in the DLR and now on this train to Preston or wherever, Doncaster, he's a British national. It's said once and it's done. And now it's just like, oh, he's a murderer. He's attempted murderers here. Whereas the guy who walked out the prison is like the Ethiopian immigrant sex offender, blah. Every time, immigrant Ethiopian sex offender, blah. It's like, by the measure of the guy who tried to do mass murder on a train, they should have just gone sex offender. It's like, you should have, why couch it with the additional, he's from here, they're from there, this is who they are, when as soon as the media can't glom onto that, they just go, oh, all right, fine, he's just a murderer, whatever. And the long walk in here, when you start seeing all the different people, it's like one of them's a writer, one of them's maybe I think there's an implication that one of them is gay. There's the kid, there's Garrity, whose father is obviously was murdered, but was obviously some kind of disloyal thing, disloyal person. There's McVrees, who started, who's a orphan, and he started fights here, there, and everywhere. Stebbins, was an illegitimate child of the major. Every single one of them was what the media would demonize. And so, as they're all walking, nobody wants to see them succeed.
No, it's a culling, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And it's the one thing that I wish they dashed that a little bit heavier into the film as opposed to in the book, where it's kind of like, you've been drafted. And it's like, why have I been drafted? What's going on? Okay, fine, I'm a part of this, annual draft. Bit like the Hunger Games, it's that thing you've just been plucked from a different, a disloyal element plucked, or a undesirable element plucked from a particular state. And so to me, that's when I hear people saying, "Oh, this is a film of the times." It's like, yeah, it could have been a lot stronger with that by just going, look, this is why they are in this race. They're in this race because these people are people who would be demonized in the media, and the government doesn't want them around to stir up trouble. The public would be secretly, without saying it, quite happy to see them die.
Yeah, and you see the fight, the infighting as well, where the state would rather everyone infight instead of actually turning their eyes upon the state and going, hang on a minute, why do you want me to fight this person? Why do you want me to hate this person?
Well, strangely enough, the film which highlights that the best, and you're going to laugh at this, the film that really, really pushes that kind of, you're all fighting each other, but really, if you just took a second to notice that they need you more than you need them, it's the Pixar movie Bug's Life. Mm-hmm. Seriously, yeah. There's a moment when Kevin Spacey's Hopper in the club says, "That one bug looked at me funny," and it's like, and he stood up to me, and he's like, "Ah, yeah, it's just one bug," and he goes, "Yeah, but one bug, it's just like, it's like if I hit you with this seed," and he hits one of them with seed. He goes, "What about that? That's just one bug, isn't it?" They're like, yeah, it didn't feel nothing. And then all of a sudden he opens the trapdoor, and all this 1,000 tons of seed just crushes one of his men. And he goes, that's what would happen. We just don't need the ideas to spread. Once they realize there's more of them than there are of us, we are finished.
Yep.
And that's what this is. It's that one bug thing. They've collected up their one bugs everywhere and put them on a walk, and they're just going to kill them off for entertainment, bread and circuses. Everyone's sitting in their busted ass tractors and ruined cities and fucking God knows what kind of apocalyptic landscape, and looking at these kids who are just slightly different, but it's okay. That's okay. We're killing off the slightly different ones.
Yep.
Says lady who voted for leopards to vote eat my face. Yeah. But anyway, okay. But on a more positive note, in this film, the one thing I got from this film, which I did not expect to get from this film, and I just wonder what you thought about it, is actually this film is a film about friendship and about how no matter how bleak and horrible things are, people can be good. What do you think about that?
I think it's a fair point. I really do. The friendship is very important in this film, and it's that. I think that's what makes this whole thing even sadder, is the fact those friendships aren't going to go anywhere because of the outcome. There is only one winner, and you don't stop until there is one winner. I think Ree pointed out to me today, it's just like, well, you get that with groups of people going into combat. They may come out of this unalived, but they make these little groups, these friendship groups that carry them along, and they get the more combat that they see, the more sort of like bad stuff they go through, the closer that group becomes. You see that as they go on. Even the people that were unlikable, maybe at the beginning, start falling in with it. It's that shared trauma thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, no, that is very important. The friendship. The friendship through adversity. Yeah, almost like, well, actually, no, it's not like a Stockholm syndrome, because they weren't making friends with the guards.
No. Quite the opposite, in fact.
No, quite the opposite, yeah. And that sort of sacrifice that they make as well. And you see that as when the film begins and they're together and people start lagging behind, they're all helping one another. And by the end of it, people go things like, I'm going to stop now. This is it. I'm done. And they all just turn and go, it's been an honor walking with you. And then they just let them go. And it's because it's like you're slowing the group down, and they know it. And it's no longer, it's for their friends. I want you to win. I'm off. I'm done. I can't take this anymore. Yeah.
But do you take a positive, this is to all of you, but do you take a positive vibe from that? Because, to me, the thing I take away, which is really positive about it, is that these same disparate elements, which are all being killed off because they are different, let's just argue that, they all learn to work together.
They do. Through adversity.
And that's kind of the real message. It doesn't matter who you are, when you're all in the same boat, having your face eaten by leopards, you will last longer if you work together.
Yeah.
It's just interesting that it's such a positive vibe sitting right at the heart of what is essentially a very, very bleak story.
It's, from that uplift, there is also some cynicism to be had. It's that whole thing of having a common enemy. But as soon as that common enemy goes, what happens to the group then? When they haven't got this shared adversity to go through, how do they treat one another? Does it regress?
Well, you'll never find that out.
Yeah, but it's sad that it takes that for the human race to do that, to work together. Why do we need this adversity to happen? This common enemy for us to all just get along and to help one another.
Yeah,
I think that's human nature, though. That is.
Yeah, we're an incredibly flawed species, as it were.
I don't know which one's worse. You never see them fucking each other over for a goddamn percentage.
Yeah, but you don't. This is it.
Yep.
I have a pessimistic view on it sometimes. So, yes, you have friendship bonds, and yet you clearly see friendships blooming in this, and people on the outside as well. And but you have a clique in the middle.
Yeah.
And that's my pessimistic view of, okay, so you have this clique and you trying to get into that to help you survive is sometimes traumatizing, and when you know that you will be picked off. So if you don't manage to get into that little band in the very center, the very heart, then you have no chance whatsoever. And you're going to get picked off by the other people who also want to get in there. And so instead they feed on the weaker fish.
Oh, right. Yeah, so they're not being positive and upbeat and friendship. They're just playing the numbers game. Is that what you're saying?
Possibly, yes. I think
there's a good example
yeah.
of that, Alton. There is a really good example of that. There's that one small guy with the glasses who tries to get in to that group a couple of times, and he's swatted away.
Is that the writer?
No, it's that. No, there's a small.
Curly,
small guy, black guy. Yeah, I think
Is it Curly?
No, there's another guy that comes up to Peter and says, "Oh, you're him, aren't you?"
Was he in Star Wars Episode 1?
Because he pauses and goes, "Because I think you got a fan," and he tries to get into the group, but he gets pushed away.
No, that's the kid. That's the kid with the writing kid.
No, there is another one there's another small black guy. He's got glasses on. I don't know what the guy's name was. I don't think they ever give him a name. But
is he the one that gets naked and runs off?
No. This was that was not the guy with the radio. As you're looking at them, right? Because you see them across the screen. They're like the 5 main characters, and this guy comes in from the left. And he
doesn't narrow it down.
Like I say, he's a small guy with glasses, right? And he doesn't get named, but he tries to get into the group. And there's one bit where Vrees pushes him away. He goes, "No, not you." When they talk about being together as let's do this thing. Let's make a promise to one another. And he's like, "Yeah," and Vrees is like, "No, not you."
I thought that was. Oh, my brain! I thought that was the Nutter again. The Nutter. What am I talking about? The guy with the Tourette's who stabs himself in the neck.
No,
Barkovich.
No, not him.
Barkovich.
No. There is another one there.
Okay.
He tries to break into the group twice without success. They look at him more like, "Who is this Nutter?" You know.
Okay. Oh, blimey!
See, that's the problem. If you're on the outside trying to get in to try and you see survival with the pack and the pack rejects you, then there'll always be other people swimming around that pack quite happy to offload you and feed on you. And so, if you're in there, everything's sunshiny and the story rolls around it and it is all what's the other Stephen King Stand By Me type thing of Band of Brothers type thing, which is wonderful if you're in there. If you're not and you're on the outskirts, that's shit. It's fucking horrid. And I would imagine a lot of these people, the periphery people, would just be having a horrendous time through this. You got other people watching your back, making sure that you're not falling asleep standing up, keeping you alive, picking you up after a shit, champion you on as you're tying your shoelaces, and other people like, oh well, it is. Maybe I'm just seeing I think it's state of the world at the moment. I tend to see the bad things in things at the moment.
It's a mirror of society.
Yeah,
that kind of thing. I mean, we see it today with things like, political parties. Those sort of people who say something wrong, they're rejected, and they go to a party that's not, they start siding with a party that's got a bit of a few wrong views, shall we say? And this is where those sort of parties start tending to gain momentum, because they take in everybody that's been rejected by everyone else and go, yeah, come and join us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make everything better for you. Whisper in the ear the right words. And then they've got them because they've got nowhere else to go.
Nadine Dorries.
Yeah, well, to say the least. Jim,
yes.
Did you take any positives? Which side of the coin do you fall on with the positivity in the middle of this thing, or are you in Elton's vaguely cynical camp?
Well, no, I think it is kind of his. Garrity and Pete certainly form a proper connection.
Yeah.
I know kind of they hang out with another couple of other guys who are kind of keeping pace with them, and they've sort of, the real bonds between them and the other guys are satellites, and then everyone else is just everybody else. I mean, they do say it's kind of, you don't make friends on the long walk.
No.
And you see a good deal of the others are just sort of scooting around, passing the remark with each other, but not walking together in the same way.
Yeah.
Because, only one of you can live.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're stuck together, so what do you do? I mean, I kind of see it kind of, I mean, I hate to say it, kind of like that Thought for the Day Radio 4. So, isn't it all a bit like life? But, but it is kind of a metaphor. It is kind of, life is a journey you go on. You have to go on it. You have to keep going. And you don't know when it might just abruptly end. You know what I mean?
I can end the podcast
take the cynical
again.
view. So it's like, I remember, it was like years ago, a friend of mine was having, shall we say, relationship difficulties. And he was quite a logical chap. And I said to him, look, if you look at things logically, having a relationship it looks terrible. You've got no guarantees. It can fail. A broken up relationship or a broken marriage can fuck you up for life. Why would you run the risk? If you. But it's kind of what Pete says. It's all about the moments.
Yeah.
And so those moments we need to live. You know what I mean? Hence, people do form relationships and friendships on the long walk, even though they know one of them or both of them are going to wind up dead and one before the other. But it is kind of very metaphorical of kind of, the kind of boat we're all in that no one talks about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We spend a lot of our time in this life worrying over bullshit and trivia and avoiding the big questions like, why are we here? What are we doing? Are we doing this right? Where's the manual? You know what I mean? But, we argue, over one side or the other side, or I prefer this puppet, I prefer that puppet, People, just... there's a thing about it's been psychologically studied of people who kind of, when you have something like a very near death experience, it does sort of change you. But you think I'm going to make the most of my life, but they do find that does wear off very quickly.
Yeah,
because you get sucked along with the tide of all the other bullshit, and you forget. You could basically you get a knock at the door and it's the Reaper. Time's up, matey.
And
I sort of see it kind of the friendships in this thing, between Pete and Gary. That's that's a genuine bond.
Yeah,
with Olsen and some of the other guys, they're kind of, it's not on the same level. They're not having the same sort of conversations where they feel like they are brothers.
Mm.
It's not that they don't care, but you know what I mean. There's levels of bonds between people.
Yeah.
And I think it just reflects that kind of, you know what I mean? And I think seeing the Long Walk underlines is you can't be friends with everybody because every friendship is a risk.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about those two, the main characters, Ray and Peter. You notice how one saves the other's soul at the expense of their own in this.
Yeah.
Peter saves Ray, basically turns him away from the path of revenge only to turn to it himself. It's a bit like The Green Mile with Michael Clarke Duncan's character, where he sucks out the poison from people. It's just, there's a lot of parallels with that.
Are you trying to imply that Stephen King only does like one or two stories?
No, they're all more connected than you think. That's what it is, you see.
Of course.
Derry, Maine. Who'd go there for a holiday, yeah? You know? Yeah, just everything's in Derry, Maine. Everything. Yeah, it's like fucking Midsummer. Yeah, Midsummer Murders. I mean, who the fuck would go there, right? I mean, everybody dies going there. That's it. The Death Village.
Yep, exactly. Fucking Midsummer. That was a mistake. I went down the village green and I got thrown off a cliff.
I'm suddenly dressed as a bear.
I'm looking for John Nettles. I'm dressed as a bear.
Bergerac! Where are you, Bergerac?
Why am I on fire? Why is this
Save
old lady
me, Bergerac?
My little tummy stick is poking through.
Here comes the lipstick.
That's no lipstick.
Oh God, we're going off on a tangent. What I was going to ask as well was the nature of the film. It wants you to feel the loss of everyone. Did you feel that, or did you become numb to it? Was that kind of part of the plan for the film? Because I think where I said I had a bit of a problem with it, and I think where my problem came was the bit when they had to walk up the incline on the hill. And it's all going ahead, and it's like, oh God, they've got to walk up this fucking great hill, and they've been walking for like 48 hours or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And it's raining, and, you know, Ray's getting tired because he's got a couple of extra stone more than anyone else. And then basically you just get endless shots of people being shot in the back, shot in the face, knocked over, falling down, getting shot again. And I just suddenly thought, I don't know who's gone, who's staying, except Ray and Vrees. And it's like at that point, as soon as that happened, and I'm kind of interested to see if anyone else feels the same way, but as soon as that happened, I'm sitting there going, right, so the way the camera is working, the way that the action's going on around them and behind them, it's not really being impactful. It's not really making you feel their loss. It's just making you aware that they've got 20 minutes to the end of the film and they want to cut this down pretty damn quick. And there's like still 30 people left to go. It's like, we walk up a hill. Now there's only 4 people to go. Oh, isn't it tense? It was just like, okay. All right then. Did anyone else feel that way? Or
the first night does more or less half the group. Because I think you said they lose like 14 of the 50 or something.
Yeah.
And they'd already lost a few before then. But then it is kind of every night the number dwindles down, because they do refer to the dwindling number count as they go on.
Yeah.
Particularly from Barkovitz, who keeps calling the odds. Or saying, you know.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things you can't do. The book doesn't do it, and the film can't do it either, because you can't get to know all these characters. but it's that kind of creeping sort of doom of kind of.
Yeah.
You might not know these characters who had died, but basically, the Reaper piece on the board games moved another step nearer to the characters you do know. And it's getting closer all the time, and you know kind of that little group, they're going to start going. You can see Olsen having trouble for a while, and you know it's kind of only a matter of time.
Yeah.
You know, but equally one of them, you know, you can get sick, you could trip, you could stumble.
Yeah.
And, you know, you use up your warnings, and that's it. Good night, Vienna.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
You know what? There's I know that really for good writing, if you don't see it on, you know, the screen, it never happened type thing. You know, you shouldn't have to watch a podcast. And, you know, don't make an assumption about stuff. But I kind of, you know, there was one little bit Flight of Fancy that I did actually think about where that thing like the hill is concerned.
Right.
And can you imagine someone in a controller room saying, you know what, it's getting a bit boring. Take them round Route B. Do that. Let's add a bit of excitement to the running, shall we? And they diverge off the route and go to where...
Walk up the Cairngorms or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because, you know, life is cheap to them. And you get to see that, the darkly comic part where somebody gets run over by the fucking tank, and then they go, "This is your final warning." And it's like, motherfucker, please.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, it's like when who is it sitting there trying to crimp one off? Yeah, and he's got 30 seconds to do it.
Do you know what? This is only the second film I've seen where somebody dies going for a shit. You know that?
Go on.
This Birdemic.
Birdemic.
No, you've seen another one.
Which one?
Doom.
Really?
One of the guys dies by going around the corner when they're on patrol, and it's like Carl Urban and that blonde dude who plays does standard villain, and he walks around a corner, and as he walks around the corner to go for a shit, you hear his trousers go down, and then he just goes quiet, and the monster's fucking at him while he's going for a shit.
Right. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Three
films. Three films we know of where people die going for a shit.
Flipping out. It's almost a genre, isn't it?
It is.
Well, if we can get one more, we can do a season and call it "Dying for a Shit" season.
That whole thing about Elvis Presley, isn't it? Dying, it's a colon that turned into a full stop.
Oh, nice.
Not for Elvis, it weren't.
Yeah, that was one hell of a jam peanut butter sandwich.
Wasn't it just?
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, gummed up the works. Anyway,
I get what you mean though, like thinning the herd a little bit, but I found it interesting. But yeah, they just did focus on the main character at that point as well. So it was just in the background you hear gunshot. I found it interesting that was happening, and a bit disappointed that didn't happen more during the daytime as well.
Yeah.
You just see a straggler. You hear the warnings. I think towards the very end, you just hear the warnings again and again and again, and all of a sudden, bang.
Yeah.
And you're right. When that guy got run over by the tank, legs amputated immediately. And they're just standing over him going, second warning. There are rules. We have to follow the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Third warning. Okay. Then popping him. Like, you sick bastards. Sick bastards.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about, because I'm acutely aware that we're closing in on midnight again, so this is getting quite late. Let's go to the ending.
Yes.
How did we feel about the ending? in general before we start talking about specifics. Let's go with you, Elton, because you picked it and it is you haven't seen this film before or read the book.
No. Okay, so the ending, I think I was a little bit disappointed with it.
Right.
I like the way that the roles reverse with Peter and Garrity. That's quite cool. I don't know. What did I expect? They were thinning it until you got down to one, and you were always going to get down to one. I think it's a film where I would have happily just watched them go through events, slowly being thinned, never getting to number one. Never for it to end, because I don't think the ending could ever pay off what you've just earned with that 2 hours before.
Right. Okay.
You know, they give the guy the prize and then he walks off, ironically. You'd think he'd be like, fucking hell, can someone put me in a wheelchair and push me around, please?
Yeah.
Or get me in a car at least. But I don't know. I think because I knew where it was going to be going, and you were just counting the numbers. At one point, you do start counting the numbers, and people start going a bit doolally, falling over, throwing up, taking all their clothes off, and just running. And you're like, what are you doing? But I think there's no crescendo. There's no big... I know he gets the gun and Mark Hamill gets killed. By the way, I didn't realise it was Mark Hamill until mile 100. I was like, I recognise him.
Was it that bit where he stood there and going, "May the force be with you, may the force be with you, may the force be with you, may the force be with you"?
or when he went, "I'm just going down the Toshi station to get me some power converters."
But yeah, I don't know. Am I wrong in thinking that? I'm not too sure. I don't know.
I think the ending
how
is
else would it have finished?
Really.
Well, the ending is different to the book.
Yes, yeah. Go for it, Jim. Go.
Okay, because this was I wasn't entirely happy with the ending. This was one of my niggles. I can understand why I didn't do the book ending, because I think it'd be very hard to pull off. And if you did, I think test audiences would throw it out. And the studio wouldn't do it. But what happens in the book is that towards the end, Garrity starts hallucinating. There's another walker ahead of them now and again.
The Dark Walker, isn't it?
The Dark Walker, yeah. Now, at the end, what happens actually... instead of Ray nearly conking out, it's Pete. He sits down and dies, leaving Garrity and Stebbins, and then Stebbins literally he just keels over from, complete bodily shutdown and exhaustion, leaving Ray the winner by default. And when they say, "Oh, you've won, son," he won't stop, because you can still see the Dark Walker ahead of him, and he breaks into a run, and that's how it ends.
Because the implication in some ways is that the Dark Walker is death itself, and because the way that Stebbins goes down in the book is Garrity's he's sitting there he's walking along going, "There's no way to beat Stebbins. He's just too fit, and he's just too focused, and he's just too full on." And then all of a sudden it's just like Monty Python. He's just like, "Oh, I think I'm about to have a cardiac arrest," and he just goes doomph, and just goes down like a sack of spuds. And it's kind of implied that the Dark Walker wants Ray to win, or at least has done something to press the odds. But and Ray is actually seeing the spectre of death in front of him.
Do we think that the Dark Walker is actually Randall Flagg?
Let's not go. Just don't start all that. Just I'm not having that. I'm not going into a Stephen King universe. You can take your copy of The Dark Tower and fuck off.
Okay. Do you know what? With the ending, I think it's actually perfectly in line with what Pete says earlier on. It's quite a bit of a philosophical one, really. He said, "I've been doing the walk all my life, every day, up until this point." And I think that even in death, he still does the walk, because in the end of it, there's nobody around. And I'm taking it as when he pulls the trigger on Mark Hamill's character and kills him, it gets done. And what you're seeing is him continuing the walk off into eternity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because everyone else has vanished behind him.
Yeah, there is nobody else. There's nobody at all. It's all gone. There's no prize money or anything, and he just wanders off. And I think that just matches what he said earlier on about that.
Yeah.
And I think it's a whole thing on. I mean, I read a lot of things about race and in America, and you know how the sort of how hard life is compared to everyone else. It's yeah.
Well, they did that in The Running Man as well, didn't they?
The film or the book?
Okay, so
different to the film.
No, okay.
The new film is more in keeping, with the original novel, and I'm going to see that in a couple of weeks because I think it looks really, really good, and I like the actor who's playing the lead role.
What I'm getting at is there's a moment where they doctor the ending, and they change it so Schwarzenegger is killed. And then you go round and go, I think they get the footage from the dead players and show you, well, look what you could have won, and look at this person living his life out in on the beach and stuff like that. Here he is. And then they cut to his corpse. And they do that a couple of times. And so this film, this ending is about it's about building up morale, building up other people wanting to do this, and it being a positive for the country. They say he wins, you have your winner. But the general public don't care about the winner. They care about getting to the finishing line. Once they reach the finishing line, that's yesterday's news.
Yeah,
and you're right.
You never see them again.
Never see him again. Off him, and that's it.
Very much like X Factor.
Very much like Britain's Got Talent. They win it, and you never see them again.
Yep, churn them out.
Yeah.
No. Honest. No, you're on the first floor of this building. If you just want to walk through that door over there, you'll get your just desserts.
Yeah. Tonight, Matthew, I will be Superman. Yeah. I mean, as far as the end is concerned, for me, I've got to stick with the idea that I think the instant he pulled the trigger, he's in the afterlife. It's like that. It's like that meme video with the guy seeing how to disarm a man with a gun. And it's he's watching the kung fu moves to disarm a man with a gun, and he goes and it's like practicing it, and then someone goes to mug him with a gun, and he moves in to do the move, and the next thing, all the background just changes to heaven. He just instantly changes.
Have you seen those the short was it the group of films where that bloke is always sort of like does something wrong and it always ends up with the same thing of him lying in a suit with a bunch of flowers on his chest. We will always miss you. Like that bit where his wife goes, "I've got to admit it, you were right." He goes, "Yes, I told you, you fuck." And then
ding.
We will always miss you.
Yeah. He's in the coffin. Yeah, it's him, and that's the same family with the little girl that picks up the bowl of fruit and throws it on the ground and goes, "Ah!"
Yes, that one.
Yeah, Sparta one. Yeah. but yeah, so as far as the ending's concerned, I like what it's saying, which essentially is there is no winners and it's all rigged. And that to me is fine. I think the problem is it felt in this particular instance like they were trying to do the Mist again. There's, the idea of like you get the unbelievably bleak yet somehow optimistically bleak kind of ending. Oh, Thomas Jane, he's killed his kid and he's killed the people in the car and he's going to kill himself, but he didn't die. But don't worry, the upside is that the mist has gone away. It's like, so there's a silver lining.
Shit.
Exactly. And the same goes for this. It's like, yeah. Paul McVries has killed the Major, and it's like, yay, he's done it, but he's dead? ? It's like, so on that front, I quite like. I thought, well, fair enough, narratively satisfying. But on the other hand, I've got to say, the fact that Ray doesn't make it, and the fact that there's this kind of implication that the whole world will change because the Major is dead. It's like, well, hate to tell you this, but there's other military ranks above Major. And it's kind of, it feels like it feels like a tacked on ending done for audience feedback.
Yep.
It may be, Vries got the gun, goes to shoot Mark Hamill, and then just kind of puts it down and walks off into the distance because he's dead. But, they were like, oh, no, Mark Hamill's got to die. So we have this kind of really bizarre situation of him standing there just not doing anything, going, okay, son, and then just getting shot in the face. And it's like, okay, job's over, roll the credits. And it's just like, we've solved America's problems. We've killed a Major. It's like, what?
No, I don't think that was it.
Yeah.
No, because it was Vries that was originally going to do something that was going to change or help change society. And it was Roy, who was doing it purely for revenge. He didn't give a shit about changing anything. He just wanted to take out the Major.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, it had gone 360 on both.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And because he, Vries was originally going to make it the rule so that two people could win. So that they would have the friendships still.
Yeah.
The friends they make from this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the end, so upset with grief that,
But is that actually a win? Because they're still perpetuating the long walk.
No, there's nobody thinking about a win. It's just, that's the thing. It's not a win. It's, I mean, I suppose in a way, depends on your point of view, taking the Major out, that's a selfish win. That's not doing anything to help anyone out. This is a problem that you have. This is a revenge thing. Revenge is selfish. That's it. It doesn't think about anyone else except your own needs. It's, revenge has never been caring and sharing or happy clappy.
Fair enough.
Today has been brought to you by the letters REVENGE and the number 4.
Revegni. What's Revegni?
Well, it's a kid show, isn't it? They're not allowed to say the full word. So
yeah. Okay. Right. Any last thoughts? Anything you'd like to bring up? You want to mention about the film? Because I'm very aware that I've kind of not really explored it too deeply. But is there anything you would like to get out in the open you want to say about it, because you guys liked it a lot more than I did. I found it a little bit weak with the characters, because everyone kind of just dies off screen after a while. But
I wanted to learn more about either Curly or the guy that was making the origami stuff.
Oh yeah,
the one that
one who got conned into falling over and dying.
That's right. Yeah. Barkovich was called a murderer after he was killed. After, I'm looking here, rank number 19. He's never really given a name, but I just found it interesting. He's folding paper. I was hoping there'll be like symbolism. I didn't know really what that origami was trying to represent or anything like that. Mate, I'm still not sure, but I was interested in him because he was one of the floaters around the outside of everything, and I think he was kind of being protected by the main group, but wasn't in the main group. Mate, I was just drawn to that character, and then all of a sudden, God, it's like, oh, okay, I understand someone has to, but I think that Curly there was put there just to be offed because he's the youngest one, and that's your hope, isn't it? That hope is always pinned on the youngest ones because they're the future, and that one's just removed immediately. So I understand that you can't build full on characters in this, and life doesn't do that to you as well. So just a bit frustrated sometimes.
Yeah, it's fair. Cool. I don't know. I mean, I get exactly what you mean. The frustration of like they sort of added quirks to the characters to make them stand out, and then you learnt nothing more than, oh, they're dead. It's like, okay, fair.
But that's life, really, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think sometimes when you do these things and there's a payoff, it's all a bit too film school by the numbers scripting. It's it's Chekhov's gun took to the nth degree of kind of every little thing pays off somewhere else. It's kind of, well, no, not everything has to pay off. Life is messy and inconsistent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think the fact characters have quirks, something about that. Oh, no, there isn't. He's dead.
Yeah.
I think that actually works better than having it have a payoff.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Life is messy and meaningless. Yeah. Anything you'd like to throw in there, Jim? Anything you want to?
I said I had two niggles with it.
Yeah.
One was the ending. The other niggle is, and it's one of those things. It's not a deal breaker, but it did. It's a difference between the film and the book. But I also understand why it is like it is. But these were very much Beverly Hills 90210 teenagers. They're all quite clearly in the mid-20s.
Yeah.
Now, I know why they went. I know in Days Gone Past they did that because, they didn't trust kid actors. There's tons of good kid actors who could have done this. But the optics of shooting children in the current climate, when we have, not even to the end of the year, and there's been, just under 200 American school shootings this year alone.
Yeah.
They're not going to actually have 14 and 15-year-olds who look like 14 and 15-year-olds being gunned down.
No.
Because if you read the book, you do get that sort of comes across a lot more, I think, and it is sort of weirdly like Stand By Me, but they're all a bit older.
Yeah.
And it's not kind of dissimilar. There's the camaraderie and the banter. But I understand why the optics, if you'd cast it more age appropriate to the book and had them look like kids, that'll never fly, Wilbur. You know what I mean? I mean, you can argue, well, maybe if you're upset about school kids being shot, maybe outlaw fucking automatic weapons, you cretins.
Yes.
Don't get pissed off that someone reminds you about it. But, you know, hey, what do I know?
Who's to say, don't show us these uncomfortable truths in our entertainment. We don't want to know. Yes. Maybe that was the point of the book. Maybe. Yeah. No, I get it. I have to say, yeah, I could see this being remade by the South Koreans or the Japanese, sort of a Takashi Miike sort of, almost the battle royale thing all over again. I could see that happening, but yeah,
fully uncompromising.
Yeah, fully uncompromising. Yeah, but excuse me. I can easily see that. I can easily imagine that there's some network exec producer kind of sitting there going,
"We can't show kids being shot on telly. That's for the news."
Yeah. Christ, what a fucking world we live in. Okay, Darren, any other last thoughts, mate? You want to bring up?
No, I think I've said everything I had in my head about this.
Okie dokie. Cool. I don't have much to add myself. I'm just gonna say that I thought it was okay. I thought it was a solid film. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't emotionally affected by it. I know a lot of people are, and that's fair enough. But I sat there, and maybe that's a positive to take away from the film, that it actually started to make me emotionally numb. That once everyone started dying, my brain just kind of shut off. It's like, okay, so it's just counting time until these two make it to the end. And I didn't really feel much for the ones that sort of started doing the, it's been a pleasure, or, come on, motherfuckers, and running off and, running into like shops or anything of that sort of stuff and getting killed, because it was just like, it reminded me of the bit in Aliens when Private Wazowski dies, and it's just like, who? And it's just the camera just spinning around, and it's like, oh no, and everyone's going, oh no, Wazowski, and it's like, I didn't even see him sitting at the fucking table scene. I don't who the hell is this person? It's just like, and I started to get like that. Everyone was Private Wazowski, but at some point, and my brain just shut off, and it's just like, yeah, now I'm just biding time until we get to Ray and Paul at the end.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it didn't affect me as much as some people have been affected by it, but I enjoyed it as a film, and what it was saying and the way it was made and that kind of thing. But it's just, yeah, my emotional engagement kind of tailed off as we were kind of getting towards the end, which is unfortunate because that's when it should be ramping up, because you should be feeling it between those characters. But yeah, cool, okie dokie. Well, if anybody else has any thoughts on The Long Walk, wants to share them with us, the route to send them in. Send in your thoughts to feedback@blackdogpodcast.com, or jump on the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/the Black Dog Podcast. Right. Before we go into Pimp's Corner, let's find out what next week's film is going to be. And it's Jim's choice. Jim.
Yes, it is.
I
thought this was quite a heavy watch, and I thought we needed something a bit more uplifting, a bit more reflective, something a bit more spiritual.
Is it a Serbian movie?
No, it's Velocipasta.
Oh! Everyone has one film to pull out the bag for this kind of shit, and you picked yours, Jim.
I certainly have, baby.
Oh, my God.
Do you feel good about what you've done, Jim? Do you?
Yeah, I do, actually.
The Velocipasta.
Hey, I found a film on Amazon Prime called The Scrotum about a ball bag monster. You nearly got that.
What?
Oh my! Have you actually seen this, Jim? I'm going to ask. Of course not. Right.
You think I have a glutton for punishment?
Okay. I'm just going to copy an image. I'm just going to drop this straight into the Facebook chat for us so that we have an understanding of what we're about to experience. Because it's too late now. The ship's sailed. Jim has spoken, and we're doing Velocipasta. Please look at the picture that's currently sitting in your chat, chaps. Jurassic Park, this is not.
No. I thought we could do with a laugh.
I think we could. I think you've done well, sir. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm going to agree with you in a couple of hours in a week's time. But yes.
My word!
Yes.
Was it filmed at Crystal Palace?
Nice.
The fuck.
Oh yes, that's the thing. So yes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, good Lord, the neck on that thing you can see the top of his head poking through his shoulder blades. Oh, good Lord. Right. Okay. So yes, next week we will be back for Velocipasta, which is not about fast Italian food. But is in fact,
there's a movie waiting to happen.
Velocipasta 2. Tagliatelle. Oh God. Okay, so we will be back for Velocipasta. Is that on
Amazon Prime?
Amazon Prime. Of course it is. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Lovely. So we'll be back for that. I'm going to ask the question, Darren, have you seen Velocipasta?
No.
Okie dokie. Elton, have you seen Velocipasta?
Same for me. No, I have not. No.
I'm fearing the day when you say yes. Because I just think, oh God, this is going to be bad. I haven't. I think it's safe to say, Jim, and you have seen this film?
No.
Oh, good Lord, no. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's fairly comprehensive. None of us have seen this film, and by next week, all of us will wish we hadn't.
Quite probably.
Quite probably. So there you go. Next week, Velocipasta. It's a thing. It's a thing. Thank you, Jim.
My pleasure.
Right. Well, let's go over to Pimp's Corner. What's happening at Hypnagoria Towers? And don't tell me you were watching Velocipasta 2.
Don't tempt me. No, I just released a big compendium of Halloween ghost stories for Halloween.
Yep.
And there'll be something else out this week. I'm not sure what yet.
Nice. Okie dokie. Cool. And that's over at hypnagoria.com.
It is.
Lovely jubbly. Elton, what about you, sir?
Nothing really. We'll be talking about cars going around in circles this weekend.
Okay. Over at Road 2 Media.
Yeah, that's around about it.
A roundabout? I didn't think you had those in racing. Wacka, wacka, wacka.
I'm going to get you a fake cigar to do that.
Yeah.
With.
Take my wife. No, really, take her. Never mind. Anyway, right. Okay, so that's that. So next week we will be back for Velocipasta. Thank you, Jim. And until then, yeah, I know. Jim's betrayed us. He was our beacon of shining light and noble intentions. Now he's become like us. There. He's become corrupt.
We can look down our glasses at him now, can't we?
Yes, exactly. You were supposed to. You were supposed to be balanced to the podcast, not leave it in darkness.
Oh, we can all stand on the righteous stepladder of indignation now and look down upon him. Yes, we can.
Yeah,
he's lost his spot there.
That's it. Oh God! Right. Well, until that glorious time, we will see you next week. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Elton.
No problem.
And see you next week for Velocipasta. Yes, really. Until then, take care. Tatty bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. It's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll want to settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on.
I already came for a kebab.